Hey, good morning. Friday, or excuse me, Tuesday. Tuesday. I was thinking about our guest for Friday, and so that was top of mind. But that'll be an announcement here in a moment. But hey, I just wanted to get on today. Elevate Your Profits. Mark Gaster and I. What we'll be doing periodically is just bringing problems we all may be facing. And there are solutions. And part of our platform, Elevate Your Profits, on an individual and business is help you improve your financial position. Everything from understanding your mindset of what it takes to win financially, all the way to the bank and everything in between. You know, Mark and I have collaborated together with some different programs to help you solve those problems. And we'll be sharing those in more detail as we move forward. But today I want to really talk about one problem that many of you may have. If you have student debt loans or you're a parent to have Parent Plus loans, I think it's really important for you to really understand that there are some significant problems with student debt loans, the amount of them, and the burden it's putting on people. You know, previous Elevate Your Profits, we talked about getting out of debt, cutting cost, and all those areas. But student debt loans, a lot of people not even aware that there are solutions and there are organizations or companies that can help you reduce that debt burden, eliminate that debt burden, or forgive it in many different ways. And me being a financial coach, I've seen student debt loans, the impact it has on the student coming out of college. They've got great dreams and aspiration, and they're looking at a significant amount of debt. And that's disheartening. It sets their financial goals significantly backwards. But if you have solutions to a problem, that's what I'm here to do, is just share there are solutions. A lot of people aren't aware of this, that the federal government has 70 different programs that you can take a student loan to and maybe restructure that loan, maybe even modify it, or even possibly forgive it. But here's the problem. Number one, many financial advisors, financial coaches, and financial professions are not even aware of the programs that are available at the federal level, federal government. In one of my programs I market, we offer a no-cost analysis of a student loan, and that will show you if there's better options for you by running that loan through the federal government, coming back with a solution that might make more sense for you. And so today I just want to bring the attention to you that student debt loans are a big, big problem. So if you have student debt loans, or you're a parent that has done Parent Pluses, or you've put your name on the line, there's some very significant things you need to know about student loans. They can't be discharged in bankruptcy. No matter, there's a few circumstances, each state is different, all that. Under dire circumstances, our student debt loans possibly can be forgiven or discharged on a Chapter 7 or a Chapter 13. But that is the smallest case. You really have to have a compelling case for that. So technically, I would say you cannot discharge a student loan. And I see, as a financial coach, I see this problem on a regular basis. I'll just give you some illustrations of what I've seen. Education is important. I'm not discounting it whatsoever, but how parents and their children make decisions of where they go to school can be financially devastating. I just encourage people to look at different options, getting scholarships and grants. Maybe not going to maybe do 2 years of your junior college, get your prerequisite, then get your undergraduate degrees at a university. Use your state institutions. They're going to be more cost effective. They have a lot of programs versus private institutions. And I'll share this about what one of my clients in the past, and I wish I knew this program when I had this client. The parents both went to Marquette University. So their daughter, wanted to follow in the footsteps of their parents. So their parents enrolled her, into Marquette University, a private university, and got an undergraduate degree. But at the end of that undergraduate degree, the daughter says, maybe that isn't what I want to do. So that's another problem, is clarity of what you want to study. So she went for her second undergraduate. And then she says, maybe that's what I want to do. So she went after her master's at Marquette. And the bills keep to rise. See, her parents didn't have the financial resources to pay it outright, so they put their name on the line for Parent Plus loans. So the daughter got done with her master's degree and says, I probably need another master's. So tack on another $50,000, $80,000. And then that daughter says, now I really need my doctorate. And she went to Marquette and went through a doctorate program. When all said and done, the career path she chose didn't have a big enough shovel. The amount of income in that career path put her back behind, because here's the real picture. She accumulated, and her parents accumulated, $325,000 in student debt loans, Parents Plus. And the career path was never going to have enough income, a big enough shovel, I call that. And so that individual is strapped until find another alternative, maybe find different sources of income, maybe change careers again and go after, go into business, whatever it is, needed a bigger shovel, had to have more resources, because that career path only had about a cap of around $95,000 a year. So if you take a $300,000 student loan and what that's costing, and housing costs, food, lodging, and all your basic needs, the opportunity for that student to really fulfill a dream financially, have a home possibly, be able to travel, all those things have been killed by a student debt loan. So that's not uncommon. It happens more than you think. This person wasn't becoming a doctor or a dentist or anything like that, where the shovel can get pretty big to get out of those debt services. It was in the area of social services that would only give her a cap in that area. So it's really important as parents out there and students, go and get clearer on your objective, because you get into school and you recognize maybe isn't the path you want to go. So you're taking time and money, making a change, time and money. And when it's all said and done, you can be coming out of college with a substantial amount of debt. So I just want to play a quick little video here. This is the first time I've done a video on my live stream, just to illustrate the real seriousness of it. If this applies to you, I highly encourage you to share this out, because student debt loan is a big problem for individuals and families, and as a country, the amount of debt out there. Share this out and tag your friends. The information I'm sharing is you can take it to the bank. I always like to do a disclaimer here as well, that what I'm sharing is for illustration purpose only. When you get to it, seek out a professional advisor or accountant or specialist in this area. I have programs I can direct you to investigate what a student restructuring loan might look like. So it's really important that you take the time to look, get your questions answered, and myself and Mark Gassert can point you in the direction that could help you analyze those student debts, give you an opportunity to restructure those in a way that makes sense financially. And I'll just share with you, I'm going to play this video and I'll come back and I'm going to share a solution this company did for one of my clients. And it's quite significant. And it's not an abnormal thing with this. So I'm going to turn on this right here.
There are more than 44 million borrowers with $1.6 trillion in student loan debt, and $60 billion of that debt is overdue, with more than 1 million defaulting on their student loans each year. 40% of borrowers are expected to default on their student loans by 2023. Those are staggering figures. Graduates are being saddled with debt that they cannot manage, and it has become a financial crisis. Meet Silver Lion Student Loan Advisors. Silver Lion will work with each borrower to consolidate all of your federal student loans into one payment. Reduce your monthly payments to an amount based on what you can afford rather than the amount of the loan. If you're already in default or your wages are being garnished, we will work with you to remedy your default and bring your loans current. Start the clock on the Federal Forgiveness Program, which erases loan balances determined by your occupation and employer. And we will stay with you every step of the way, helping with annual income recertification and any other questions you may have during the term of your loan. The results are phenomenal. By enrolling borrowers into federal consolidation programs, we have saved individual borrowers as much as $96,000, taken them out of debt and wage garnishment, and given them their lives back. Almost 3 out of every 4 existing student loans can be improved with these programs. A free student loan assessment will either confirm that borrowers have the best loan available or enable them to consolidate and enroll into a more affordable loan. Contact us today. We're ready to help.
That's one of the programs I can direct you to under the umbrella of service I do that I offer as a financial coach and a business consultant. I have, through the years, have found resources that can help you win financially. And this is one of them. So if you want to know more about that, please contact me. Here's my contact information right here. You can go to my link tree, my calendar's there. I'd be glad to get more information to you, direct you to Silver Lion. They do a no cost, no obligation analysis. They will come back with a proposal. They will are alternatives to what you're currently doing. If you do decide you want to move out, just be aware, through full disclosure, they charge fees to administer that, the certification and all that. But there would, if you want to move forward, but if you paid $1,000 to save under this circumstance, this is a true story. One of my clients had $90,000 of student debt loans. Now, took that loan, came back with a solution through Silver Lion, and this is what it came out to. $90,000 student loan. Because that individual was in a nonprofit sector for an employee, they were able to do this. They were able to eliminate $60,000 on that debt, that student debt loan, on the front end immediately. Relief. And then structured the payment based on what they can afford through an income certification program, renewable every year. And as long as they stayed in the nonprofit sector as employment or as their career, at the end of 5 years, that certification process, they'd forgive the balance of the loan. See, folks, there's a lot of different options out there. That is huge for the parent. It's huge for the student. That is debt relief in a big way. We had Bob Hayek on different ways to get out of debt. There's federal government loans, not loans, refinances, different programs to plug into. So those are problems. We're here to, help you identify, do you have a problem in that area? There are solutions. Be free to reach out to me. I can link you up with a Silver Lion representative to analyze and get your debt situation questions answered. I'm not the person. The bird dog. I'll point you in the right direction. So Mark and I, Gassert, we're be bringing these types of solution to you on a regular basis. You want to know specifically what we're doing, be free to reach out to Mark and I at any time. So there is a problem. There is the problem out there. And here's something to know. Why are student loans not dischargeable under bankruptcy? And, this is, if you have loans, anything after 2005, under court law, both federal and private student loans are not dischargeable in bankruptcy. So parents have their name on it. They can't discharge it no matter what's going on. The child can't discharge it. Mom and dad pass on, that obligation moves right to the child, can't be discharged. So in the big majority of student loans, not big majority, but a significant amount of student loans are in default. And that is another problem. This is going to affect both the parents and the student long-term financially. So it's a very serious issue to get resolved. So I hope this is resonating with you. We want to, keep you up to speed. On Thursday evening, Mark and I are doing a live webinar, 30 to 40 minutes. We're going to be covering 8 principles. If you don't understand those principles, how they're affecting you, and don't have a solutions to them. You may have some of the solutions in order now, but there's other elements that if you're not aware of, they can destroy your financial future, your ability to accomplish your financial goals. So we've been covering some of those basic principles the last couple of weeks, but there's some other things that really will help you accelerate your financial future through this seminar. So I encourage you to turn on your notifications. You can go to the link tree there. There's a registration link for Thursday. The times, it'll be a Zoom meeting. Mark and I are going to give you an overview of the 8 problems. If you are not aware of them, solve them. They will catch up with you and destroy your wealth building strategy. So I just wanted to get this out today. If you have student loans, somebody that has student loans, please share this out, because there are solutions. It's not another deal. There are real solutions out there. It's not hype. So I'm just here to help and support you win financially. Big problem. I've seen it for years as a financial coach, and the amount of debt service has doubled in the last decade, and it's not getting better. Even under COVID, they were put into a holding tank, and there was no payments required under certain circumstances. But guess what? Those payments are going to be made up. They have a bigger debt than they started. So it gave some relief under COVID, but those provisions have been pulled back. So get professional advice. We'll link you up with Silverline, a specialist in this arena. Get your questions answered, offer solutions to you. So definitely get a hold of me, and I can get you all the contact information in detail. So turn on your notifications, register for our How to Create $1 Million Asset. I'll be covering some principles, the 8 principles to win long-term, the secrets of the 1%ers. The sad fact that in America today, less than 3.5% of the American people have a net worth over $1 million. 82% of the American people cannot retire as they desire to. They're going to have to continue working. They're going to have to extend that plan longer than they hoped for. 62% of the American people can't come up with $1,000 in the case of emergency. They have to put it on their credit card if they still have any credit limits left, and digging a deeper and deeper hole. So I always look at tell this story is that we live in a culture of illusions. We are in the wealthiest country in the world. We have unbelievable opportunity here. Unbelievable. There's no standard of living like this. But if you don't understand some basic financial principles, all what we have can harm you long term. So join us. We'll give you some solutions. Join us again on Thursday, 7:30 Eastern is that seminar. So with that all said, I just want to get out here that, there is a problem out there. If this applies to you, reach out to me. I'll get you the information. No cost, no obligation. Just get your questions answered, direct you in the right place, link you up with those solutions that you potentially benefit from. So again, this is information that you can take to the bank. I guarantee it. I just want to wish everybody a great day. We'll talk about another solution and problem the next day or two. Turn on your notifications. See you then.